Hi guys, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to convert enemy parts into gear that you can actually use. Hi everyone, and in today's video for PSO Blueburst I'm going to show you the process of converting different enemy body parts into gear that you're actually able to use. So in PSO there is this system where certain enemies can drop parts of them. There usually is a rare drop, and the way that it works is you can essentially convert those parts, which you can't do anything with normally, into gear that you're actually able to use on your character. Now, there is a bit of a process for doing this, so it does involve a certain quest line that you've got to go through to unlock the ability to do this. So what I'll do is I'll show you the quest line step by step, just so you know the exact process to do. There are a couple of restrictions with it as well, and then I'll go into some additional things that they added in Blueburst as well. So first thing is actually how to unlock the ability of how to do this. But before we go into that, what I'll do is I'll just show you what the body parts are. So I've got a few with me here. So you can see we've got these 4 body parts here. And you can see that the description for all of them is exactly the same. It just says body part of an enemy. It said that someone can turn this into a weapon, but the game doesn't actually tell you how to do it. So these, as they are useless. You can't actually do anything with them. They are just rare items that you are like placeholders, more or less. So you need to actually go through this quest line to be able to do something with these. So there's a few quests in that quest line, so I'll go through those now. So all of these quests that you need to do, they're all in episode 1. You can do these in any difficulty, and they're all side story quests, so you can do these in one player mode to make it a little bit easier for you as well. But you can do this in normal difficulty if you want to. Now, the first quest you need to do when you go to the quest counter is you want to go to the side story, and again this is in episode 1. And on this character I've actually already done the quest line, so you'll be able to see this. So initially all you will have is you will have these 3 here. So you'll have battle training, claiming a stake, and magnitude of metal. You just need to complete those 3 quests first. So they are your starting 3 quests that unlock a lot of other side story quests. So complete those 3 first. So that's magnitude of metal, claiming a stake, and battle training. They're all grayed out for me because I've completed them. Once you've done those, the next one that you need to do, basically what we're doing is we're following a quest line that involves the Rake Seal Eleanor and her master, who is Montague. So we're basically looking for any quests that have got those in. So of those 3, battle training and claiming a stake don't, but magnitude of metal does have Eleanor in it. But you need to do it with all these 3 anyway to unlock everything else. The next quest that you want to do is one called Secret Delivery. So this is this one here. This is a timed quest in caves, but it's really, really easy. And this again is another quest that features Eleanor. Once you've completed that, you then need to unlock up to Ruins in episode 1. And again, it doesn't matter what difficulty this is. You just want to make sure that you've got Ruins unlocked. So once you've unlocked Ruins, the next quest that you need to do is one called Doc's Secret Plan, which is this one here. So this again is a quest that involves Dr. Montague and Eleanor. So, and again, just complete this as usual. There's no special requirements for any of these. It's not like the Soul Eater where you have to pick specific options or anything. You just need to literally complete these quests. So just as a recap, so far we've completed battle training, claiming a stake, magnitude of metal, secret delivery, and Doc's Secret Plan. Once you've completed Doc's Secret Plan, you can convert weapons in either Dr. Osto's research or in the quest that unlocks following completion of this, which is Unsealed Door. Now, there is one little catch I have to mention here. So, in another one of my videos, I did the guide for how to get the Soul Eater. Now, the Soul Eater side quest actually requires you to complete Dr. Osto's research and Unsealed Door. Because of that, you can't really do the Soul Eater quest and the body part conversions in the same difficulty on the same character. The only way you can do it is if you complete every single side story quest, because that then unlocks the ability to do them again. But generally, I find it's easier to do the Soul Eater on either on a different character, or do the Soul Eater on one difficulty and the body part conversion on another. Generally, I would say the body part conversion is a lot easier, so you could probably do this on a higher difficulty if you wanted to. But it's also just as easy to do it on another character as well. So for the purposes of this video, we're in normal here. I've already done the Soul Eater side quest on hard, despite what I've just said. So once you've completed these quests, all you need to do is go into Dr. Osto's research. And again, you can go into Unsealed Door if you've already completed Dr. Otto's research, and Montague will be there as well. So once the quest starts, all you need to do is just come outside and Pioneer 2, and Montague will be standing here. Now, if you talk to him normally, he'll just say some general text, and that'll be it. However, if you talk to him, once you've completed those side quests that I've mentioned, if you then talk to him while you've got at least one enemy part in your inventory, he'll have a different voice line. So when you talk to him with a body part in your inventory, he'll say, "Do you like the weapon I gave to you recently?" He won't say this the first time. This is just because I've already converted things in the past. Then he'll say, "Hey, you have some very good quality material. I'll make a weapon for you with that material." But then your inventory will pop up, and all you need to do is just choose one of the body parts. So for the first one, we'll choose this Go Boomer's right arm. And he says, "Stay here." Then when he comes back, he says, "Sorry to make you wait, but take a look at this. Weapons are made using compressed photon energy technology. This was made using the same procedure, but with another energy source. This photon energy was drawn from the monsters living underground. Disturbing? Not at all, haha." So this is the actual weapon. So the Go Boomer's right arm converts into a weapon called the Go Boomer's Claw. And if I now look at my inventory, Go Boomer's right arm has disappeared, but the Go Boomer's Claw is here, and this is actually a weapon I can actually use now. So if you go to the description on this now, it'll say enemy weapon made from the right arm of a Go Boomer. So I'll show that one more time or so. So we'll do this Grass Assassin's arms next. Now if you're playing the older versions of the game, like the console versions, I believe that you can only do one conversion per quest. So then what you would do is you would cancel out of the quest, you would reload this quest again and do another part. On Affinia and maybe on other private servers, they have made it so you can convert multiple parts in one quest, which is much more useful, much more convenient. So that he says, "I can bring you more, I can make you more if you bring me some more materials." And you speak to him again and he'll say the same again. So, "Hey, you've got some very good quality material." And the same thing again. So if we choose the Grass Assassin's arms, again, he'll disappear. And when he comes back, he'll go through exactly the same spiel again. And we get G Assassin Sabres. So again, if we look at the inventory, those Grass Assassin arms have now disappeared, and they are now replaced by G Assassin Sabres, which again is a weapon that we can now use. And just for the sake of the video, we've got these other two parts here, so I may as well just convert these quickly as well. So again, we'll give them the Dragon's Claw. Now the Dragon's Claw is slightly confusing because the body part and the weapon have exactly the same name. Again, we just cycle through this and we get Dragon's Claw. So the Dragon's Claw turns into the Dragon's Claw. However, this Dragon's Claw is now actually a weapon that we can use. And then finally, we've got the Belra's right arm. I should note as well that not all of the body parts make weapons. There is the odd exception, so there's not many, but for example, the Del Saber's left arm turns into the shield of Del Saber. There, so we've got the Belra cannon from that. Now I won't be able to show all these on this character because, for example, the Belra cannon is ranger only. But if I now go down to the surface, you can see now that in our weapons we've now got these body part weapons in our inventory. So if I click the Go Boomer's Claw, you can see we've now got this really ugly claw that looks like a Go Boomer arm. And if you're wondering, this is a terrible weapon. Then we've got the Dragon's Claw, which again looks really, really bad. Interesting thing about this weapon is it does actually fire for you for a special attack. I have a feeling the level on the fire actually differs a little bit as well because some of the fireballs seem to be a bit slower. But that's the Dragon's Claw. Then we've got the G Assassin Sabres. These are actually a really nice weapon for some forces because these are actually usable by a couple of forces as well. These are twin swords. Again, that look like grass assassin arms. And then the Belro Cannon I can't show you because the Belro Cannon is a ranger only weapon. So that's the process of how to actually get the body part weapons. Now, the advantages and disadvantages of this. So a lot of the body parts are not that hard to get generally. And some of them actually make really useful weapons. For example, the Bringer's arm turns into the Bringer's rifle, which is an incredibly useful rifle. The S-Red arms turn into the S-Red blades, which are really useful daggers for androids because they cast a low-level shifter and D-band for a special. So it's one of the only ways of getting that. So there are some very, very useful weapons from this. The downside is that they come with no percentages. Now, in Blue Burst, there is a second part to this, which allows you to add hit percentage to the weapons. I haven't actually unlocked the quest line for this on this character yet, but what you want to do for this is it involves the episode 4 quest. Just a note on this as well, once you have converted parts, don't complete the quest, because if you complete the quest, then you'll lock it until you've completed everything else. So once you've completed your parts, you can just cancel out the quest. So what we'll do now is we'll make an episode 4 game. And for this, it needs to be in play mode normal. It has to be in multiplayer. It doesn't matter if you're soloing or not, but yeah, it can't be in one player mode. And again, any difficulty is fine for this. So once you're in episode 4, what you want to do is you want to go to the principal's office. And the reason you can't do it in one player mode is because in one player mode, the principal's office is empty. And you want to speak to this girl here, Momoka. Now, Momoka is the quest receptionist for the G General quests, and she gives you what are called government quests. So at the moment, I haven't unlocked the one that we need, but you basically want to play through these quests until you get to one called 9-5. Once you get to 9-5, what you want to do is you want to work through until you come to a big circular room in desert, and you'll actually run into Montague. Once you find him, once you've spoken to him, all you need to do is clear all the enemies in that room within 5 minutes. It's like a hidden timer. It doesn't actually show you the timer for it, but you need to clear that room within 5 minutes. Once you've done that, complete the quest. And then what will happen is once you've completed all that quest line, you'll be able to then add hit percentage to weapons in a quest called Claire's Deal. So Claire's Deal is another quest in episode 4. And it's mainly a shop quest, but it does have some other purposes as well. So again, at the Hunter's Guild menu, if you go to shop and go to Claire's Deal 5, now what you want to do is you would run outside and you can see Montague stood here again. Now on this character it won't work because I haven't completed the sub-quest, but if you've completed that 9-5 quest and done the 5-minute room clear, what you'll be able to do now is you'll be able to talk to Montague here, and he will give you the option to use photon crystals to add hit percentage to your weapons. Now it is a gamble, so just to show you, because I haven't done the quest line, if I talk to Montague now, all he'll say is, "Hey, it's SEGA, right? I see you've been using my homemade weapons with care." And that's all he'll say. If you've completed the quest line, and providing you've got a body part weapon and some photon crystals in your inventory, you'll get an option to basically do a gamble to try and add hit percentage to it. So when you talk to him, a box will pop up and you just want to choose the second option. Then what you can do is you can basically choose how many photon crystals you want to use, and it's essentially you gamble and try to increase the percentage. So from what I understand, the way that it works is the first gamble is to try and add 10% hit, and that will cost you 1 photon crystal, but it's a guaranteed success, so you're guaranteed to get 10% hit. The next one will cost 2 photon crystals. That is a chance to go to 20 hit, but it's only 80% chance of success. If you fail it, you just lose the photon crystals. Then the next one is 3 photon crystals for 60% chance of success for 30 hit. Then 4 photon crystals for a 40% chance of 40 hit. And then the final gamble is 5 photon crystals for a 20% chance of 50 hit. Now this, obviously adding hit percentage is always useful to weapons because of the increased accuracy that you get from it. There are some body part weapons that benefit a lot from this, so things like the Baron's Launcher for its charge special, or the Bringer's Rifle for its Demon special. There are some very, very good uses for this, and you can make some enemy weapons a lot more valuable by adding hit to them. But you do need to do that 9-5 sub-quest first before you can do this. Just a quick note, Claire's Deal is also a quest where you can exchange for loads of other items as well. I will be doing a separate video on that as well because it doesn't actually relate to the body part conversion. But that's the process for actually adding hit percentage to body part weapons as well. So let's just run the process over one more time. So to actually convert the body parts, you're in episode 1, you can do it in any difficulty. In the side story, you just want to complete battle training, claiming a stake, magnitude of metal, secret delivery, Doc secret plan, and then you can convert parts in either Dr. Osto's research or in Unsealed Door. And that's to actually get the body part weapon. And then to add hit percentage, you go to the government quests, play through until you get to 9-5, complete the subquest by clearing the room that Montague's in within 5 minutes. And then once you've done that, go to Claire's Deal 5 and talk to Montague, and he will give the option to gamble to add hit percentage to your weapons. So I hope that's been relatively useful. I know it's a relatively quick video, but I thought this would be a useful guide for particularly people who are new to PSO who may not know how the body part system works. Because again, this is something that the game just doesn't explain to you. All you get from the body part is that it will tell you that it can be turned into a weapon, but it doesn't tell you how to do it. So I hope it's been useful. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, subscribing, or joining as a member. I do 2 videos a week, and usually one is PSO, and then quite often one will be for PSO2 NGS. I also do 1 stream a week on Sundays. We usually stream some kind of Phantasy Star game, so quite often it's PSO or PSU, and we now and again play NGS as well. But yeah, I hope that's been useful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.